What's up, YouTube? Thanks for checking out DAWs Motivation. Hope you enjoy. Women are always looking for the next best thing. I don't care if you've had her on lock for years, months, weeks, a decade. They're always looking, and there's nothing wrong with window shopping, man. There really isn't. Us guys do it too, and we can't lie. But a lot of times women will have male friends and beta orbiters. And what I mean by that is beta orbiters are the guys who are constantly validating her through social medias, messaging, liking her pictures, spamming. I'm not just talking about liking one picture. I'm talking about spamming, liking her pictures, commenting on her photos, all that kind of shit. The shit that, gives her validation, the shit that makes her feel good about herself, the shit that kind of boosts her up, as to where male friends are somebody she has a relationship with. It might not be an intimate one, but it very well might have been at one point. But it's somebody who, oh no, he's just a guy friend, or he's just this, or he's just that. It's somebody who she holds close to her heart somewhere in there. And the sad thing is that it can be difficult to, decipher the two. But really and truly, women are always looking for the next best thing. I mean, I got a girl in my inbox right now. She's been in a happy and healthy, committed relationship for, I think, 3+ years now. And when I first met her, I saw her at a bar, and I went ahead and took the stone cold killer approach by writing my number on a piece of paper and going up to her while she was at work in front of all of her coworkers, and I handed it to her. I didn't wait for her to say anything. I just said, hey, listen, I think you're really beautiful. Here's my number, Go ahead and give me a call if you want. If not, take it as a compliment. I smiled, shook her hand, and kept walking. Well, 3 weeks went by, and I was like, all right, I guess she has a guy. Maybe she's one of the good ones that, isn't going to entertain it or whatever. But what did she do? 3 weeks go by. She sat on that number. She gave it some thought, and she finally reached out. She was like, oh, hey, Dawson, I just found, you so intriguing for reaching out to me and being bold like that. I hope you find somebody someday. Just wanted to go ahead and reach out to you so you have my number. In my mind, I'm thinking, what does that actually mean? It's been 3 weeks. I'm like, well, hey, I see you're taking your game seriously. You get waiting a few weeks to give the guy a call or a text. And she was like, oh, I'm sorry. I couldn't find your number, and I was really scared I lost it, but it turns out it was in my apron. Well, I mean, I guess she's a server, so I know when I was serving, I could not go 3 weeks without cleaning out my apron. She sat on my number because she not only respected me for being so bold enough to go up in front of all of her coworkers and call her out and directly hand her my number, but she wanted somebody in the background, as a lot of women do. They want men in the background. They want guys that they can call as like options, or if me and him don't work out, I always got him and him lined up, But I mean, I went ahead and played her games. I was like, oh, okay, well, hey, here's my Instagram. Go ahead and give me a follow. Maybe we can hang out sometime. She's like, oh, okay, well, I don't know. Do you mind if I don't grab your Instagram? And I'm like, that's kind of weird, but sure. She's like, well, I just want to be honest. I have a boyfriend. I just wanted to, reach out to you and just basically say, hey, thank you for being bold and coming up and saying hey and giving me your number. She's like, but, I'm taken and this, that, and the other. And that's right there when it clicked. I'm like, okay, I know what game you're playing. I know what you're trying to spit. You didn't just, lose my number. You've been sitting on it for 3 weeks, contemplating. Your boyfriend probably pissed you off in a recent fight, so you're going to go ahead and make sure that enough time hasn't lapsed to where I'm going to forget I gave you my number, which I honestly did because, let's be honest, when you're giving out your number to girls, it all kind of floats in your head and becomes one pile of mush. But, I realized at that moment what kind of game she was playing. She wanted the whole, all right, I'm having issues in my relationship, or I'm not too certain about my relationship, so I'm going to go ahead and reach out to this guy. So I was like, okay, hey, I got your number, got you on lock, got my Instagram. She went ahead and followed after, she told me about her boyfriend and everything. Dude, I'm telling you, you may think you're in the safe, you may think you're in the clear, but These women will mentally break up with you weeks to like a few months before they actually pull the trigger. Women will always try and have the next best thing lined up. And I'm not saying that that's what that girl is doing, and I'm not saying I'm a hot shit. I know I'm cold, but I know I'm not, I'm gonna leave my boyfriend at 3+ years cold. All right, yeah, she got me on the back burner, but I know, hey, I'm gonna be able to slide up in the DMs if anything goes wrong, or this, that, and the other. Or you can be a fuckboy and just, keep pressing. You know what I'm saying? Some guys will do that, but, obviously her giving me my number, there was something there that was more than just, oh, I lost it, So I'm like, all right, you want to keep me as one of your, open possibilities? Obviously you do. So I'll roll with it, I got her on the gram. Of course, that's why she didn't want me on her gram, is because it was nothing but pictures of her and her boyfriend. So I got her on the gram, and I got her number saved in and everything, and I told her, I said, hey, let me know when you're working, I'll swing by. Maybe I can sit in your section and get me a drink or two. And she was like, okay, sounds good, I'll let you know. I'm off right now, but I'll send you my schedule when I get it. Like, okay, hey, all right. I'm not saying I'm gonna go fuck her. I'm just saying that, like, I need to go ahead and keep my face coming around a little bit so she sees, but in actuality, women will break up with you mentally before they pull that trigger. And that's something you have to realize, man, because the male beta orbiters, the guys who are constantly just, around her all the time, just giving her validation, being that, like, drooling type, are the kind of guys that, turn her off. She's like, no, that's not a challenge. I could have him if I want him. Oh, he's always going to be there waiting for me. He's just waiting for his shot. But, the male friends, the guys that, have been around, or that play it cool and that, might secretly really want to fuck her, but, aren't, or haven't, at least not yet, they play their cards right. They play it smooth. I'm not saying to be her male friend or whatever. When you play the cards right, try not to validate her at all, actually, in all honesty. Make her wonder where your interests are at. Make her wonder, oh, does this guy like me? Am I not good enough for this guy? Am I, I'm going to get into that topic on how to properly validate versus not validating a woman in a later video. Because believe me, man, there are some sick, twisted things you can do to keep a woman's interest high for you by pulling your interest away. It's that whole push and pull method, man. You want to keep these women wondering, what's your next move? What's his intentions here? You should never be the one to bring up a relationship. You should never be the one to be like, as a guy, you should never be like, what are we? That's showing you're a fucking weak-ass simp. You need to be more like, all right, I'ma fuck you, we're gonna hang out, kick it a couple times or whatever, and she should be coming around being like, oh, okay, like, what are we? Like, we've been messing around for a while, where do I stand? But, yeah, man, I know I'm running on this video and everything, so just really quickly wanted to get that out. Pulled up into a parking garage, just like late at night, got some interviews in the morning and everything, so I need to go ahead and head back to the crib, get a little rest, get me some food in my system, the nightly routine. But I had to get this off my chest, man, because it just blew me away when Shorty was just like, oh, okay, well, I found your number after 3 weeks, just happened to come across it, so, had to get that off, guys. But anyways, thank you for tuning in, checking out another video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Remember to tune in, subscribe, check out my next video that'll be coming out soon. And I hope you guys are all having a good day. Stay safe, stay up.